So again, we're asked to solve a system of equations by elimination. Remember, our goal, at least initially, is to multiply one of the equations by some value to uh, multiply both sides of one of the equations by some value to get the opposite term of what's in the first equation or the other equation, and then add them to eliminate one of the terms. So in this case, we're given x squared plus y squared equals 25 and y squared minus x squared equals 7. So first off, let's write our second equation in descending order of exponents according to x. So we want the x squared term first. That's going to give us the result x squared plus y squared equals 25, and negative x squared plus y squared equals 7. So in this case, just putting it in order of x and y, our first term, x squared, is the opposite in the second equation, negative x squared. So we simply add these equations. So x squared plus negative x squared, or x squared minus x squared, is 0. Y squared plus y squared is 2y squared. And 25 plus 7 equals 32. Divide both sides by 2. We get y squared equals 16. Take the square root of both sides and we get, excuse me, y equals plus or minus 4. So now we substitute back into either one of the equations the values that we just found for y, and then we solve for x. So let's start with the negative value, y equals negative 4. We'll substitute that into our first equation, x squared plus negative 4 squared equals 25. That gives us x squared plus 16 equals 25. X squared equals 9, subtracting 16 from both sides. And then taking the square root, we get x equals plus or minus 3. So that's going to give us the points -3, -4, and 3, -4. When y equals -4, x is 3 or -3, so that gives us the points -3, -4, and 3, -4. Now what about when y equals 4? Again, substituting into the first equation, that gives us x squared plus 4 squared equals 25. And if you'll notice here, this ends up being the same exact equation from that step forward. Which again gives us x equals plus or minus 3. So when y equals 4, x equals, again, plus or minus 3. So that gives us the points -3, 4, and -3, or I'm sorry, 3. I already did the -3. So -3, 4, and 3, 4. So there are 4 solutions to this system of equations, which we should, by the way, recognize is uh, a circle centered at the origin with a radius of 5, and then a hyperbola in which the y squared term is technically coming first. The y squared term is what's positive, so it's representing a hyperbola that opens up and down. Regardless, we could graph it to verify the solutions. We could use substitution, though that would be even a lengthier process. But we would get to these 4 solutions of -3, -4, 3, -4, -3, 4, and 3, 4.